Hey guys, Seedoeatreview here. Look how fancily dressed I am to talk to Tim and Chelsea from the Juicy Orange. Tim and Chelsea, tell everyone what the Juicy Orange is about, what the show's about this year, everything in between.
Perfect. So we are a children's theatre troupe, and we are doing a show called Junior Detective Collective: The Mystery of the Golden Scoop. And it is a choose-your-own-adventure detective mystery for kids.
This is based on like the old Pick a Path, Choose Your Own Adventure books of the past that I used to read as a kid. I mentioned to someone that I used to read Pick a Path books, and they said to me, "What was that?"
Yeah.
They had no idea. They're talking about Goosebumps, and I'm talking about that. So is that where you got the idea from?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, when we were kids, like reading a Choose Your Own Adventure book was like the most exciting thing, even if it was something as small as just like, you know, like, should I go to Melbourne or should I go to Adelaide? It's like absolutely. You feel like you've like really influenced something, and that's what's so fun. And then we wanted to find, we weren't really sure what context to put that in, and then we have been watching, like, we've been getting really into like murder mysteries and all of those sort of things, and we were like, you know what if we made this a detective mystery for kids where they make choices along the way and help us solve the mystery.
So how do you put that into a show? Did the audience yell out?
So pretty much I play like the MC character, so it's like the narrator type. So I'll talk to the audience and the kids and get them to, they'll have a couple of choices along the way, and essentially whichever way they pick, the show just progresses from there.
Now, is it down to a few votes, or is it just like, oh yeah, that seems about right?
It's generally sort of just seems about right. It's kind of like we give them a few options, and then the kids just get to go silly and go crazy over which one they want.
What's the age group you're looking at performing for?
So about ages 7 to 12 is probably perfect.
Yes.
Any kids that are able to kind of understand what's happening. So if any parents think it's like a little younger, then that's
I've got a 7 and 10-year-old who are really into that. So you pick the right market for it. Whereabouts are you performing? What are the dates?
So we are performing at the Amphitheatre at Black Box Theatres, so it's in the Adelaide Botanic Garden.
Gorgeous place.
And we're performing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so from the 2nd to the 7th of March.
And there's also going to be a live stream. Explain to people how that's going to work.
So we're from Melbourne, so a lot of and obviously the world, we have a lot of friends across the world because we performed at the Edinburgh Festival a couple of years ago, so we made a lot of friends there, and obviously a lot of internationals obviously can't travel at this stage, so we have a live stream of the show on Wednesday at 6:40 Adelaide time. Whatever that is to you guys.
That is 6:10 Melbourne time. Everywhere else, I'm not exactly sure.
So it's got multi-camera, great sound, and essentially you can watch it from your own couch, and it's $15 for the whole family, so super cheap.
Do they get to vote on?
I wish, sadly.
No, that'll be based on the audience, guys, so you can yell at your TV.
As
well.
The good thing about it though is that like it's funny, whilst there is that kind of like the decision making and things is probably more suited to those kids who are maybe like mid to late primary school, there's lots of bubbles and cheering and silly characters and things, so kind of it's quite broad in the sense that kind of kids of all ages can kind of get the lights and the colour and the fun, and enjoy that.
So there'll be a special, I guess, link if they buy the live stream. Do they do that on the Adelaide Fringe website and they go from there?
So if you just go to our event, Junior Detective Collective: The Mystery of the Golden Scoop, there'll be the option of it's called a watch from home ticket.
There you go. That sounds exciting. I've never done one of those before. And I don't think, is it this Wednesday it is?
Yes.
I don't think I have any shows this Wednesday, so me and the kiddos might either pop down and see you if I can get them out of the house. How does the albums go, for an hour?
It goes for 45 minutes.
Even better.
It's
a school day. But,
absolutely.
We'll see how we go with that, because my kids will absolutely love that, I reckon. So it's based in an ice cream shop, is that correct?
So the ice cream store is called Dice Cream Ice Creamery. And that sort of started because obviously like COVID has changed a couple of the audience interaction things. So we originally had an idea with a die, and that's where the idea of Dice Cream Ice Creamery came from, of that like the chance of rolling a die and that's the symbolism.
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, is there going to be selling ice cream at the show if they go to the live event?
I would love that.
Watch it from home. Big bowl of ice cream, guys. You won't have a problem then.
But yeah, the dice, because the show, we actually originally wrote this show for the 2020 Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes.
And then obviously because the way the world's been, we pretty much, we haven't had a chance to perform as a company since like literally since the 2019 Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes.
So we've literally spent all these last years just like pretty much nailing down this show, making it like the silliest, most fun, exciting thing it could possibly be. So we are like just so excited to perform live in person again.
Have you played it in front of kids? Practice
we
out?
haven't yet. We actually had a few primary school shows lined up, but then Melbourne went into lockdown.
And that was my next question. Like, what happened in 2020 with you guys? You did a really successful Edinburgh Fringe in 2019 with a different show, Topsy-Turvy.
Yeah.
Twisty turny journey.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got the first two words right. Yeah,
We actually,
so
in 2020 we actually produced a short film as well for kids. It was called Craig, and that was to do like, it was associated with the Edinburgh Fringe again. They did like an online fringe, and we produced this film, and we had a brief that was, we had to write a film about isolation, filmed in isolation.
Yeah.
So we had this character called Craig, and the film is essentially about Craig in isolation, and he becomes best friends with an orange, and they do all kinds of silly things together. But it was actually
Can people find that online?
So no, they actually can't right now, I'm afraid, because it was selected for Flickerfest. So it was selected for the Academy Award recognised short film festival, Flickerfest. So we actually don't have it at the moment.
It's touring at the
Australia.
moment with Flickerfest.
Yeah.
And if you're in America, that show's going to be called Craig.
But that was like very overwhelming and exciting for us, because that was
awesome.
Obviously quite huge.
So you kept yourself busy over 2020. Like, you would have lost a lot of dates. You would have lost basically all of 2020.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then during Melbourne lockdown, you shot the film, and this is where you got the idea to make this show all together. So you kept yourself busy.
You
didn't get too down on yourselves, or it was a bit hard to start with, though, wasn't it?
Oh no, absolutely. It was certainly like a shock to the system, because we were living over in the UK as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we actually which is why we started out at the Edinburgh Fringe, because we were living over there, and and we essentially, everything with COVID brought us home. So it was a huge shock and completely kind of, a complete change of life for us.
But just being here, we've been here for a few days now. We came the day the borders opened. We came.
We were
here.
And it is such a magical festival to be a part of, and we honestly couldn't be more excited to be here and share it with everybody.
And that's why I'm doing these interviews, guys, because supporting local artists like Tim, like Chelsea, who haven't had a go of it for the past year, and they just need a bit of extra exposure. So guys, if you can come down to the Black Box Amphitheatre, is that right?
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Well done.
In the gorgeous botanical gardens as well. Bring the kiddos as well; they'll absolutely love it. And if you can't make it on the Wednesday night, watch the live stream. Make sure you get your tickets. Sit down, big bowl of ice cream. You'll absolutely love it. That is how many shows? Six,
we've
seven?
got 6 shows. 6 shows. 6:40 p.m. every night from the 2nd of March to the 7th of March.
Watch something completely different, guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive, which is what the kiddos want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll have to find out when Mr. 7 and Mr. 10, we're either going to watch it live or we're going to go watch the live stream and see how we go. Tim, Chelsea, thank you very much.
Good luck,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.